Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're decoding a truly audacious business move. We're going to look at how Moroccanoil doesn't just survive, but literally thrives as a premium player in India's notoriously value-conscious hair care market. You know, when we think about the Indian consumer landscape, we usually think of volume, massive scale, and ruthlessly competitive pricing, right? Well, Moroccanoil just completely threw out that rulebook. They've successfully carved out this highly profitable niche by intentionally ignoring standard market penetration strategies.
To see exactly how they pull this off, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the premium hair care puzzle, then look at how they target the luxury consumer, break down their prestige marketing mix, and wrap up with their strengths, challenges, and future outlook.
All right, let's dive into Section 1, the premium hair care puzzle, or basically how to survive as a premium player in a mass market world.
2,500 rupees. Just pause and think about that for a second. How on earth does a brand thrive by selling a standard 250 milliliter bottle of shampoo for almost 10 times the cost of an average drugstore brand? In a market that actually invented the single-use sachet just to get people to try things, asking a consumer to drop this kind of cash on a basic wash seems completely crazy. But as you'll see, they aren't selling a basic wash at all.
As this comparison shows, Moroccanoil is basically saying no thanks to the volume game. While mass-market giants like Dove, Pantene, and Sunsilk fight tooth and nail to get into literally every shopping cart they can, Moroccanoil is playing a totally different sport. They operate strictly in that professional to prestige tier, niche, premium, salon-focused. They don't want to be in every bathroom cabinet, they just want to be in the absolutely right ones. Which brings us nicely to Section 2, targeting the luxury consumer. Let's decode their STP strategy to figure out who is actually buying this.
So who exactly drops a couple of thousand rupees on shampoo? Looking at the demographics, we're talking about SCA and A+ individuals, highly affluent urbanites, mainly women between 25 and 45, though it's worth noting their male base is definitely growing. Geographically, they stick to the metros and Tier 1 cities because that's where the premium retail infrastructure actually exists. But honestly, the psychographics are where the real magic happens. These aren't people just casually washing their hair. They are actively battling damage or extreme frizz, hunting for high-performance ingredients like argan oil, and they are totally willing to pay top dollar to get that salon-quality result at home.
And that brings us to the core of their positioning, professional-grade argan oil-infused hair care that delivers salon results at home. That is the magic sentence. They aren't positioning this as a daily chore. It's a Mediterranean-inspired luxury treatment. You're investing in an expert solution that promises visible, transformative results.
So how do they actually pull this off in the real world? Let's jump into Section 3, the prestige marketing mix, where we'll break down the classic 4 Ps.
Let's start with the product. The entire universe of this brand revolves around their absolute hero, that iconic treatment serum in the glass bottle. From there, they branch out into targeted shampoos like hydrating or frizz control, all heavily leaning into pure argan oil and skipping the harsh sulfates and parabens. That's a huge deal for their target audience, who are usually protecting expensive salon color treatments. But here's the real genius move, the 70 milliliter travel sizes. In a market where buying the full size feels like a major financial commitment, these little bottles dramatically lower the barrier to entry. It lets people test drive the luxury before taking the plunge.
Next up, price. Like we talked about, we are looking at 2,100 to 2,500 rupees a bottle. But here's the wild part. That sky-high price tag actually works in their favor. In the prestige beauty world, price is a massive signal of quality. By keeping it so expensive, they're psychologically reinforcing to the consumer that this product is exclusive, highly effective, and a true top-tier investment, putting them right up there with the biggest international luxury brands.
Okay, moving on to place or distribution. Look, if you're charging premium prices, you absolutely cannot be available on every single street corner. Moroccanoil builds this incredible moat around its brand by completely ignoring general mass market stores. You are never going to find this sitting next to your everyday groceries. It's a tough choice to leave that easy money on the table, but it's absolutely crucial for protecting their long-term luxury image. Instead, they use a real velvet rope approach to distribution. They partner exclusively with beauty specialty stores like Sephora, premium digital shelves on Nykaa, Tata Click Luxury, Mantra, and highly vetted Amazon storefronts. And critically, they have a massive presence in professional salons like Lakme, which instantly gives them pro credibility. They're even popping up in premium travel retail, like the Bangalore airport. This hyper-controlled network protects the vibe, sure, but it also acts as a vital shield against counterfeiters.
And finally, promotion. Notice what you don't see here. Yep, no big flashy TV commercials. They skip traditional advertising entirely.
Instead, their whole promotional engine runs on professional credibility and highly visual digital experiences. Hair care is all about the visual proof, right? So they lean heavily on Instagram, partnering with beauty influencers to show off these insane before and after transformations. It is fundamentally about showing you the results, not just telling you about them.
All right, let's wrap things up with Section 4, Strengths, Challenges, and the Future. Basically, the overall strategic outlook.
Now, no strategy is perfect, but Moroccanoil has some absolutely massive strengths. Sure, they have incredible global brand equity, but their true superpower in India? It's product-market fit. Their intensely hydrating argan oil formula is practically tailor-made for Indian climate concerns. I mean, we're talking about a climate notorious for extreme humidity, monsoons, and intense summers. It's a recipe for Fritz. Because their formula actively combats those exact localized pain points, it becomes incredibly valuable to the consumer. Add in the seal of approval from professional stylists, and is a remarkably compelling package.
But it's not all smooth sailing. We really need to ask, what keeps their executives up at night? What actually threatens a prestige brand operating in a market so heavily dominated by value shoppers?
Well, the hurdles are pretty real. First off, that high price ceiling literally caps their total market size. They're never going to be in every home. Second, the competition is fierce. They're going toe-to-toe with giants like Olaplex and Kerastase, not to mention a whole new wave of incredibly agile, homegrown Indian D2C premium brands. And lastly, counterfeits. Because the brand is so aspirational, they are constantly having to play whack-a-mole with knockoff Moroccan argan oil products that try to confuse their buyers. It's a massive headache.
So what is the ultimate endgame here? It's actually crystal clear. They have absolutely no desire to chase volume. By keeping a tight grip on distribution, holding firm on that premium price point, and letting the product's performance do the talking, they want to completely own that salon-at-home space. This is a long-game strategy built entirely on high margins and fierce brand loyalty.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. As the Indian premium beauty market absolutely explodes, and Moroccanoil naturally wants a bigger piece of that pie, how long can they walk this tightrope? Can a niche brand really maintain that exclusive aspirational allure while aggressively expanding? Or does massive growth eventually demand that they compromise the very prestige playbook that got them here in the first place? It's definitely something to watch. Thanks for joining me for this explainer today.